Hi, everybody. I'd like to welcome you to today's Kipcon Minute. This is the time of year when we get a lot of calls from people about problems where they think that their roofs are leaking, but it's actually condensation that's occurring in their roofs. So I'm going to talk a little bit about attic condensation. First of all, what is condensation? It's water which is formed when humid air comes in contact with a cold surface. Now think about you're sitting outside by the pool in the summer. It's a hot, humid day, and you have a glass of a nice cold drink next to you, and you see water forming on the glass. That's condensation. But why does it happen in an attic? It's very similar. In an attic, you have the hot, humid air that's coming up from the unit, the home, into the attic, either from a dryer vent, from a bathroom exhaust vent, or just naturally warm air rising and goes into the attic. And then what happens? It hits the cold roof, which is just like the glass, and it condenses there just like against the glass in the summer. So what causes this type of thing to happen? It's the lack of ventilation. You may not have enough. The soffits down here may be blocked so that the air can't get into the attic. The ridge vents up here may be blocked. It may be certain materials that are used in here that make the condensation worse, which I'll talk about in a second. Or you may even have recessed lights in the ceiling that are like holes in the ceiling, as well as attic access hatches, which allow this warm, humid air to rise up into the attic space. So that's why it happens in an attic, and you can compare it to your drink in the summer next to the pool. So what does it look like? Here's an example where you can see that the water, the condensation has occurred in the attic, and the plywood is actually starting to turn brown from the moisture. Also, you see the nails that are sticking through that hold the shingles in place. And if you're getting bad condensation problems, you can see rusting of those nails from where the condensation forms and drips off of those nails. Now, I also talked about materials in the attic. Many of the roofs we have, in order to provide the fire resistance between the units in a multifamily home, you have the material known as blaze guard that is right up against the wall between the units. This blaze guard has a white material on it, which absorbs moisture much, much less than plywood does. And therefore, as you can see in the right-hand picture, there's much more likelihood of condensation forming on that blaze guard because it doesn't absorb the moisture. Again, you can look in attics a lot, and if you have blaze guard, you'll see that the nails that come through the blaze guard are rusted, but the nails that come through the regular plywood don't have any rust on them. So what's the solution? The solution is to make sure that, for example, your dryer vents and your bathroom vents are all vented to the outside, not into the attic, that the air intake at the soffits is clear and it's not blocked by the insulation, that the ridge vents work, and keep as much of this moist air out of the attic as possible, especially in the winter. Also keep in mind that you can have an attic fan that not only turns on based on temperature, but also turns on based on the humidity level in your attic. It's a very common problem. We're getting a lot of phone calls about it today, and I hope this helps answer the questions. Enjoy your day. This is Mitch from Kipcon. Thank you very much.